If your yard has these plants growing in it, wealth comes pouring in, and your business gets better year after year. Our grandparents used to believe that green plants grown in front of the yard are not just for shade, but also help attract wealth and drive away bad streams of energy. But among the hundreds of plants any home could grow, not everyone carries that good, auspicious meaning. In fact, there are some plants that, if grown in the wrong way, can even cause the wealth in a home to drain away. That is why, from what I have looked into, I want to share with you 4 plants that the old folks valued most highly for drawing in wealth, protecting the home, keeping the household at peace, and welcoming in more abundance. Are you curious about which plants they are? Then come along with me to the end of the video, so you can pick out the plant that suits your own home best to bring wealth in smoothly, and to let your work and your life flow more easily along with it. I will not take up any more of your time, so now let us get right into the first plant. Number 1, freshwater mangrove. Speaking of the freshwater mangrove, from what I have looked into in folk tradition, this plant is counted among the trio known as the 3 abundances, which are fortune, prosperity, and longevity, carrying the meaning of wealth and having plenty. When you grow this plant in your yard, you may notice that when it blooms and the flowers hang down heavy, they look like ribbons of red silk. And according to old beliefs, red is the color of luck, of good omens flowing into your home. On top of that, this plant used to be grown at communal temples and pagodas, so it is seen as bringing yang energy, meaning fresh, vibrant energy that stands for warmth, helping keep your home always full of prosperity and blessings. At the same time, when you grow it in the yard, you can plant it off to the left rather than right in the center, because the center would block the path and stand in the way of wealth coming into the home. If your home already has a small fish pond, that adds even more prosperity. Because according to Feng Shui, when a green plant sits near water, it creates a state that gathers wealth energy, helping the money in your home build up for longer. But if you do not have a fish pond, that is perfectly fine. Because if you care for the plant and keep it green and healthy, trimming it neatly on a regular basis, then it will still help your family attract luck and opportunities coming into your work and everyday life. Number 2, money tree. In life, probably everyone hopes their family will always be harmonious and happy, right? And to help nurture that lasting happiness, the money tree is one of the choices that suits your family well, because its trunk has 5 strands, symbolizing the 5 elements of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, woven together into a sturdy pillar, like a support column holding up your whole family through the ups and downs of life. And thanks to that tightly braided trunk, the money tree was seen by the old folks as an image of gathering your wealth into one place, not letting it leak away. Beyond that, if you want to bring out the plant's ability to attract wealth even more, you can place the money tree in the southeast corner of the yard or the porch, because according to Feng Shui, this is the direction that symbolizes the wealth sector, helping to invite money to flow into your home. And keep in mind, as you care for the plant, do not let it get waterlogged or its leaves wither, because only a healthy, thriving plant carries the full meaning. A plant that is yellowed and ragged loses the prosperous energy it once had, making it hard for your family to stay in harmony and grow peacefully over the long run. Number 3, snake plant. This is a tough, sturdy plant, its leaves always standing straight up like a sword, so it is often seen as carrying the meaning of protecting the home and driving away streams of malevolent energy, meaning the bad, gloomy energy in your home. On top of that, just take a look and notice that the leaves usually have a yellow border running down their length, and in Feng Shui, the color yellow is often tied to money and wealth. So when you place a snake plant in the yard, the plant is seen as able to help open up the flow of wealth, so that the money you earn stays gathered in the home for longer. Besides placing the plant out in the yard, there is one more spot you can keep it, and that is in the bedroom. Even though Feng Shui does suggest you should not place plants in the bedroom, in my view you still can, as long as you keep the plant a little ways away from the bed. Because at night, the snake plant still gives off fresh, clean energy, helping you sleep well and deeply so you have more energy to get your work done. As for care, if you keep the snake plant in the yard, you should avoid direct sunlight shining onto it, which would make it wither and give off negative energy. You can place the plant somewhere with a roof overhang or under the shade of a large tree. so it grows and develops better, spreading fresh living energy into the home. And if you keep it in the bedroom, place it near a window and water it regularly, so it stays green and healthy, helping open up your mind, keep your focus, and gather plenty of luck on your career path. Number 4, jade plant. The jade plant is a small, dainty plant with thick, plump, rounded leaves that look like green coins stacked on top of one another. So from long ago, people have seen it as a plant symbolizing riches, abundance, and having plenty. There is an interesting thing I want to share with you about this plant. The jade plant is also called the friendship tree. The reason for that name is that the plant lives a very long time and is easy to propagate, since you only need to snip off a small branch and plant it in the soil for it to grow into a new plant. The old folks looked at that trait and saw the plant as a symbol of strong, harmonious relationships, so they often gave it as a gift to pass along wishes of luck and prosperity. Because it carries so many meanings like this, depending on where you place the plant, it will support a different area of your life. If you are hoping for money matters to go smoothly and business to flow well, then you can place a jade plant near the entrance or in the southeast corner of the yard, because this is the direction seen as corresponding to wealth and riches. And if you are hoping for a peaceful family, harmonious children, and abundant health, then you can place the plant in the east of the yard, because the east is often tied to peace and harmony in the home. As for care, the jade plant is a succulent, so it is very afraid of waterlogging. Keep in mind not to water it too much, and only water when you see that the soil in the pot has dried out completely, because watering it over and over can rot the roots. The jade plant also does not like harsh sunlight, so place it in a corner of the yard with soft, gentle light, so its leaves stay plump and full, symbolizing money that is always plentiful. At the same time, you should avoid placing the plant somewhere damp and low, like near the bathroom, because keeping a wealth plant in a place like that is no different from letting your home's riches be washed away. Those are the wealth-drawing plants that help attract prosperity to the home. You do not need to grow all of these plants. You only need to choose the one that suits your home best, then grow it in your yard and care for it so it stays green and healthy, and you yourself are opening the door to welcome opportunities and luck into your home. So take action starting today to keep your life running smoothly. That is where today's video comes to an end. If you have any questions or a topic you would like us to share more about, leave it down in the comments. I wish you happiness, joy, and a more prosperous life by the day. Goodbye, and I will see you again.